last decade or so, people have talked a lot about the law of attraction. So when the movie The Secret came out, something like 15 plus years ago, it became a very popular topic. It went mainstream. And the thing is, in my opinion, that movie didn't really tell the whole story, and it left out a lot of context. And it led to people being disappointed in this concept and believing that it was all just fantasy. So The Secret, in my opinion, oversimplified it, and it made it seem like all you have to do to create what it is that you want is to think about what you want, and then boom, you would have it. And it's not that the law of attraction isn't real. The law of attraction is real. But for me, the more important and relevant law is the law of assumption. So here's the difference between the two. So the law of attraction is a concept based on the belief that positive thoughts bring positive experiences into your life, and negative thoughts bring negative experiences into your life. Meanwhile, the law of assumption is a concept that involves manifesting what you want by believing that you already have the thing that you want. And we're going to talk more about that in a minute. So there are a few things that most people seem to get wrong about the law of attraction. First, if you have not dealt with your past traumas and healed from them, they will remain in your body, and no amount of manifesting is going to overcome that. So healing is a huge key to all of this. And personally, I've done a lot of healing in recent years. I use things like EMDR and energy healing because these go beyond talk-based cognitive therapy, because that only really reaches the surface level. But they aren't the only options out there. There are many different ways to deal with your trauma and release that stored trauma. And it's really just a matter of finding which one works for you and which one you like best. But whether we are talking about the law of attraction or we're talking about the law of assumption, it is really, really tough to stay in a place of faith and stay in a place of belief when you are spiraling emotionally and haven't really dealt with your stuff. And this is why I believe that releasing trauma is a vital part of all of this. Because when you are no longer vibrating in the pain of doubt, fear, trauma, you'll no longer be a magnet for it. So when you release and you heal these traumas that you've been carrying around, you actually start to trigger the magic that has always been inside of you. And you are your greatest mission. You are your most important mission. And that's why I believe that when you spend time turning inwards, that time is never wasted. The second thing that it gets wrong is that you don't attract what you want, you attract what you believe. The fact is, you can't receive anything you don't believe you can have. It is actually impossible. And that's why your self-concept is so, so important. Your concept of yourself is the cause of all the circumstances in your life. And any change that you want to see occur needs to start from within you. That's where it starts first. And you call everyone and everything into your world according to what it is that you believe. And you get to choose what you believe, and you get to choose what you become. But what happened to you isn't your final destination. When you can validate yourself from the inside, you won't need anyone else to. And once you change how you see yourself and commit to that new self-concept, the world has no other choice but to rearrange itself around you. So you don't have to wait for anyone else to deem you worthy of what you want. You are worthy of everything that you want simply because you exist. You attract what it is that you are. So to receive what you want, you need to shift your identity and how you see yourself. That's the first thing. The third thing that they get wrong with the law of attraction that's so misunderstood is that it's just about thinking or even just repeating affirmations. That is a very simplified way to look at it. Those types of things can be really helpful, but what it's really about is believing that it is already done. So this is about persisting in the wish fulfilled. So the desire that you envision in your mind as having already happened by living in the end actually can't help but come to fruition from that place. So in order to influence your subconscious to live in the state that you actually want to be in, you have to assume the feeling that you would have if your wish was already fulfilled. So the end goal is what matters most here. How it shows up or what kind of obstacles might get in the way is really not your concern. So for me, it feels like a knowing. And then your higher self will actually determine the means. And there are lots of techniques out there for getting yourself in the state of having what it is that you want. But my personal favorite is something called SATS, which stands for state akin to sleep. That's something that I do regularly. And SATS is a technique to get you into the required state. And that is really what is most important here, getting into the state. So I hope this is helpful for you. If you like this video, please hit subscribe and let me know your thoughts in the comments.